Yes. Yeah. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes. So in the last session, just I was briefing you about we had a demo session in the last class. So why Python, who can learn Python, how it was built, real-time applications, comparison with other programming, Python scope and job market. It is a general purpose programming. Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop by using Python today. Any kind of applications like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications. It has got multi-programming features like procedural-oriented programming features, object-oriented programming features, scripting features, modular programming features. Because of this modular programming, Python has got a great boom today, right? High level language. Python is a high level language. Easily understandable, portable, machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. It's an interpreted language, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, right? So not even 1/4. See, Python coding, Python statements looks like the normal English statements, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming languages. Yes. Just observe this. So I can say Python, Python has very less coding, very less coding. Most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python, migrating towards Python because of its very less coding, very less coding. Simple syntaxes given by Python, simple syntaxes, right? Given by Python, they look like normal English statements. Yes. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Interactive mode given by Python. It has got multi-programming features. What all the programming features we see in different other programmings, all the features we see in Python. Wide varieties of applications, right? Wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. Wide varieties of applications creation. Many built-in modules, many built-in libraries, right? Many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, Python is going to provide a module for it. I said general purpose programming. It is not for a particular purpose, any kind of general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop by using. Okay. It's a high level language. Interpretation, line by line execution. Interpretation, line by line execution. Platform independent. Platform independent. Platform independent or portable, right? Supports all databases. Supports all databases. We can easily, Python can easily connect with all the databases. It's user-friendly programming, user-friendly or programmer-friendly programming. Programmer-friendly. So in this way, all these are the things, right? Mainly you won't see interactive mode in other programming languages. Thousands of modules you won't see in other programming languages. Any kind of applications we can generate, any kind of applications, wide varieties of applications we can develop. And also all programming features like Python hybrid features, right? Okay. Next is like, you need to know something about this Python Software Foundation, PSF, Python Software Foundation, PSF, right? It is a non-profit organization, right? It is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community, devoted towards Python community, right? It was launched in the year. It was launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this PSF, the main objective of this Python Software Foundation, to foster the development of Python, to foster the development of Python version to version, right? Version to version. In the year 2005, in the year 2005, Python Software Foundation PSF received Computer World Horizon Award. The president for this, nothing but the same personality who introduced Python, who developed Python, right? Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum is the personality who introduced Python, who developed Python. The same personality is the president for this PSF. Headquarters, where are the headquarters located, right? Headquarters, Delaware, US. Official website, official website, Python, www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python. You can see that. See, just see this Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming, right? Just I'll take a task and I implement the task in multiple programming languages. You can just check how simple the Python statements has compared with other programmings. You can just check, right? Comparison between this Python code and the other language code. Just the task is accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition, right? First, using Java, right? First, I'll write the code using Java. If you got knowledge on this Java, you can go through this, right? Import java dot io dot star, right? Class sample, public static void main string of throws io exception throws. This is the code in Java, right? First time writing using Java, you can compare it the coding wise. So I'm using either input stream reader equal to new input stream reader, right? System.in, right? Buffered reader, what? Buffer reader, br equal to new buffered reader, system.out.println, right? System.out.println, enter the first number. Whatever number you are entering by default taken as string s1, right? br.readline is the method. Yes, readline method is going to accept the form of string, later converting to integer int of I equal to integer dot parseInt int of s1 integer dot parseInt of s1. Next, enter the second number, right? S2 equal to br dot readline int j equal to integer dot parseInt of s2. System dot out dot println I plus j. So integer dot parseInt of, so enter the second number taken as string format converted to integer and system dot out dot print I plus j and just so I'm just copying the same code. Just I'll take a minute in showing the execution in both Java and Python. Just I'm copying to a separate notepad file. All right. File save within the C drive. Right. So I'm creating a separate folder for this batch. Python 10 p.m. batch. Okay, what is that? Sample dot Java. Now Just try to go to the command prompt. Just cd Python 10 p.m. batch. Change your directory to Python 10 p.m. batch. Within this 10 p.m. batch, right? Java C compile. What is the file name? Sample.java. If any errors, will display the errors. If there are no errors, we can execute the code. No errors here. Java sample. So it asks enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. Sum is 30, right? Yes. Enter the first number, second number, right? Yes. So this is the coding in Java, right? I don't know like how many of you understood this code. It looks still complex to understand this code, right? So what is class, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, input stream reader, buffer reader, a read line, integer dot parse int, right? But if you see the same task, see this task, you can see in 10 to 12 lines of code here. The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. You won't see any complex word, just like normal English statements. You can understand very simple way. Just observe this. Okay, file, new file. So just I wanted two values, X and Y, right? See how simple writing in Python. The same task in Python. Input the value for X using input, right? Inputting the value for X, right? Enter the value of X. Enter the value of X. Input, enter the value of Y. Enter the value of X, enter the value of Y. Print X comma type of X. Print Y comma type of Y. Type of X and type of Y. Right, sorry. Enter value of X, enter value of Y, print X plus Y. That's it. This is the code in Python. For the same task, what we have seen in Java, this is the code in Python. Enter value of X, value of Y, print X plus Y. That's it. Like normal English statements, right? Save it. The C drive, right? In Python 10 p.m. batch. Just now we created a folder for this Python 10 p.m. batch. Test.py, any name with .py extension, test.py, right? Run it, run module, right? Enter value of x10, enter value of y20, sum is 30, right? Sorry. So here also in Python, just like Java, in Java we use integer.parseInt. Here, whatever you are taking from the keyboard taken as a string, we need to typecast to integer before assigning to x. Say int of input. Later I discuss about this in brief. But typecasting, right? Because whatever you take from the keyboard taken as string, we need to convert to integer before assigning to x and y. Here enter value of x. Run module. Enter value of x10, enter value of y20. Sum is 30. Okay, fine. Very simple stuff. Now just one more example. Check it. I'm taking some in other programming, we say like array of values. In Python, list of values. I'm taking some random values. 20, 40, 10, 30, and 50. Right? I'm taking some values. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right? Print X. Prints entire list. If you want to know the number of elements, right? If you got like hundreds of elements in the list today, like if you think like some more than thousands of transactions has happened, you want to know like how many len of x gives the number of elements within the list. So if you want to find the max element within the list, see, just observe the coding of Python. We have got many built-in functions, thousands of modules. Within that module, thousands of functions available, right? So without writing huge codes with a simple functions, we can perform it. We want to know the max value, max of x. We want to find the min value from it, min of. We want to find the sum of all the elements. Print the sum of x, right? Yes. Sum of x, sum of all the elements, right? Max of x is 50, min of x is 10. Sum of x means sum of 10 plus 40 plus 10 plus 30 plus 52. For example, what is the total revenue generated for all the transactions? Sum of x. Max transaction, if you want to say max of x. Min of x. Very simple code set. If you want to arrange all the elements in a particular order, so ascending order, right? Sorted of x. You want to arrange in a particular order, sorted of x. That is in ascending order, right? Run module, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you want in descending order, sorted of x, reverse equal to 2. If you want in descending order, sorted of x, reverse equal to 2. Run module, right? 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. So in ascending, this is in descending, right? Yes. File, new file. Python has got thousands of modules, right? Just one example of a module so that you can understand the modules and also the coding of Python, how it looks, both, right? A commonly used module, right? Import a math module, right? Import a math. Print dir of math. I want to see what is present within the math module, right? Yes. Check it what the properties of this math. All these are the properties of math module. Pi, power, prod, tan, square root, tau, right? There are some variables like key, variables like pi. You want to print the variables. Math is the module. Within that, there is a variable pi. I want to print its value. Within the math module, right, there is a variable like E, math.e, math.pi. 3.14 is the pi value, E value is 2.71. Okay, next. For example, if you don't know how to work with a particular functionality within a module, any module. For example, you don't know how to work with this square root. I don't know how to use this square root, how to work with this square root present within the particular module like math. Help, Python is providing help function. Help on what? Within the math module, there is sqrt. Sqrt, right? Square root. I want help on that square root. Run module, right? Help on math dot square root, right? Square root should, we need to provide one value x. It returns the square root of x. It returns the square root of x. So just it is asking to provide one value x. It returns the square root of x. So just print within the math module, there is a functionality called square root. Sqrt. We need to provide one values. Yes. It returns the square root of it. Simple, right? So the output is 4. Similarly, you don't know how to work with any particular functionality like POW is there. Just say help. Python, if it doesn't know anything, just say help. There is a help function in Python to help you with the syntax. Math.pow. Math.pow, I want help on this. Within the math model, there is POW. I want help on it. So it is clearly saying help on built-in function POW in the model math. So just for POW, you provide two values. It returns x to the power of 5. This is the power symbol in Python, x to the power of 5. Clearly, it is saying in the bracket, what is this? So now you got right. Provide two values now. Print math.pow of 10 comma 3. 10 comma 3 is what? 1000. Run module, right? 10 to the power of 3 is 1000. Okay, fine. Similarly, in this way, you can find out any particular functionality of a module, then you can get the help, work with it. Thousands of modules Python is providing. Thousands of modules Python is providing. See, for example, just observe two things now. Observe two things. One is how the statements of Python looks and the importance of model in Python. Even generating graphs is Python is very simple, right? So we have got a module for it. Import matplotlib. Within that, we have got a built-in property called pyplot. Instead of using this very big name always, just like the previous example, math.math.math.math.math. Here also matplotlib.pyplot. Right? Alias name or shortcut name can be used as P or PLT, right? So to plot a graph, we have got a plot function. For plotting a graph, x coordinates required, y coordinates required. So I'm taking some x coordinate values like 1, 2, 3 are x coordinate values. And list of y coordinates like 5, random values 7, 4 I have taken, right? Now generate a graph from this. PLT dot show. That's it. Generates a graph from this. Save it. Graph1.py. Any name with .py extension. Now check it. A graph is generated from this. Can you observe a graph is generated from this? For 5, 2, 7, 3, 4, 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. For example, if you take a task like this, age values for 30 years, for 40 years, for 50 years, the salary values are like this 30, 40, 50, and 60. The salary values are the income values for 30, 30,000, 40, 40,000, for 50, 35,000, and for 60, it is 50,000. Plot a graph based on this. You will get a graph. Okay, check it. Run module. But you can see a graph in blue color, a solid graph. But I want a dotted graph. Color also, I doesn't want blue. I want with a different color like green color. I want some labels for this. What is this 30, 40, 50, right? Label like what are that? Age. For this like salary, I want some label at the for white. For title, I want, right? Very simple, right? Simple code like normal English statements generating graphs in Python. So just you want a dotted graph at the end, like Q comma, and say hyphen EQ. That's it. Dotted graph you get. You want a color, COLO or color equal to which color you want? Green color. Green. Okay. Now what I want a label. X-axis label. I want something. What is X-axis label? Age. Y label, right? Y-axis label. Run module, right? Yes. A sample graph is generated in dotted style, color green color. You can see title age as the x-axis label, y label, sample graph, right? Yes. So here very simple, right? Generating graph. This is a built-in property, y-axis label. This is a built-in property, x-axis label, title, sample graph. The same way, any type, instead of plot, give here bar graph will be generated. If you give here HIST histogram, if you give PIE, pie graph will be generated. Scatter, you give scatter plot. In this way, very simple generating graphs. One more small example, right? Yes. Observe this. I want to generate a pie graph. See, for example, I want to just I want to perform some analysis. How are the sales of a particular product like mobile sales, right? Like I got Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, right? Mobiles. August sales. I want the sales of August. Sales of August. Like Samsung of 45, Vivo 10, Oppo 15, and OnePlus 30. That's it. Simple, right? Normal English statements. PLT dot plot, DLPLT dot pie graph. I want a pie graph, not plot, pie graph I want. From what? From August sales. From August sales, right? And I want labels. In the output, I want the labels, right? Labels names nothing but the mobile names only, right? What are that? Mobiles names. That's it. PLT dot show. Now a pie graph is generated, right? A run module, right? Can you see Samsung got more sales, OnePlus, next Oppo, Vivo. Very simple code, right? Do you see any complex word here? Name of the mobiles, sales, a pie graph based on the August sales, labels in the output. Sure. Very simple, right? Generating graphs without any knowledge of Python. Are you able to understand this one? In this way, Python statements like very simple, looks like normal English statements. They are programmer-friendly programming language with very simple syntaxes. Even if you go for full stack, Python full stack, right? Even if you work with any IDEs of Python, nearly 40% of the code will be automatically generated. We don't need to write for developing a project, right? The project structure, everything will be created. In that, the code also, we need to make the necessary changes, right? That's why at a rapid speed, you can develop applications in Python. That's why today Python is mostly preferred, mostly used for developing different varieties of applications. So yes, just I'll take 10 minutes more, right? So just Python has got this and Python software foundations, right? Yes, just like that. Observe these versions of Python, Python versions. Python, the first version of Python 1.x was released in the year 1989. The next version of Python was released like two version, right? 2.x means 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 in the year 2000. The current version, what we are using currently is Python 3 version, right? Was released in the year 2008, almost like 16 years back it was released. The same version we are using currently, Python, latest version of Python. Latest version of Python, right? Python 3.12. Python 3.12, the version what we are using currently, right? Python 3.12. Stable version of Python, stable version of Python, right? Python 3.11 means stable version is nothing but the mostly used version. Okay. So, okay, just I was briefing you about Python software foundation, Python comparison with other programming, some codings, examples of Python, how they look as very simple, right? Very simple statements and modules, the importance of modules in Python, versions of Python, right? And just check this, what is the course content I'm going to discuss as part of this. Python, what is Python, history, applications, features, advantages, installation, flavors of Python, Python operations, Python modes of executions, interactive mode, batch mode, data types, constants, typecasting, type conversions, escape sequences, operators in Python, IDs, working with different IDs. In real time, we use IDs, right? PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Anaconda distributions, right? Like that. Flow control statements, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, list, properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, tuples, tuple operations, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions, different properties, arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, types of functions, lambda function, filter function, map function, redis function, modules in Python, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, types of imports from import, normal import, packages in Python, errors and exceptions, different types of errors in Python, exceptions, file handling, right? Object-oriented programming concepts like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, overriding, right? Regular expressions, database connectivity, Python database connections, installation of database, connecting to database, performing SQL statements, transaction management, data and time module, operating system module, work, advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphical programming, right? Working with Excel workbook, data analytics, direction to data science, Pandas model in brief, NumPy model in brief, and Matplotlib model. The three important modules of Python: Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib. Most of the training sessions you won't see this, right? Libraries which are important. And apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack, a framework of Python in brief, and how to create project creation steps, installation, project architecture, applications creations, Django views, templates, admin models, Django models, advanced concepts like. And also you will be given the knowledge of the prerequisites like UI technologies, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, and JavaScript in brief, and MySQL database. And also as part of this batch, I'll be saying freely one more framework like Flask framework, right? Yesterday I was briefing you, right? So Python, we nearly like core and advanced, nearly 70 hours will be spending. 6,000 is the course fee for it. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Django 15 to 20 applications. So this is Python core and advanced 70 hours, 6,000. But apart from that, people who go for full stack, right? UI technologies in brief, Django applications creations, Flask framework, project, and MySQL topics from 2 to 6, 70 hours it takes. Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, totally 140 hours, right? Around 4 months we'll be spending time on it. 6,000 for this Python, 7,000 from the frameworks, only 1,013K, right? But if you're taking the entire package, single payment, it is 12K, right? So timing of the batch, make it clear before, right? For the first 1 week, it will be at 10 p.m. But after that, it will be starting at 9 to 10. Be from 9 to 10, right? And you will be getting each and every video recording, session recordings, right? So only playable. You cannot download them. Soft copy of the class notes, right? Assignments and tasks to work with to get the command on this programming, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. If you get any errors, taking the snap of the errors and posting in the WhatsApp. 300 plus code examples will be discussed as part of this course. That's why I said 70 hours. It's not like 45 hours. 20 plus applications creations, interview questions, right? There's one more package. I'll be dealing with the big data, right? So in that also, in this big data package, Python 4 in advance is included, where you will get Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python 2 months. Total, the fee structure is 15,000. So this will be in the weekends only, on Saturdays and Sundays evenings. This will be Python. You can attend any of the batch of mine from Monday to Friday. This current batch which you are attending, you can attend it. For this big data, there is a demo this Saturday. You can check with the online team. Ritesh, right? The recording not for the lifetime. Any Durgasoft, any technology, the recording will be for 6 months. You can see a big message given by the online team, Durgasoft. You can see the course content, the contact details of the online team, the payment details, and any other queries you got, anyone? tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same time using the same link to see more discussion, mostly the installation of Python. Tomorrow we'll be going with the technical aspects, Python installations, Python execution modes, interactive mode, batch mode, right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow also everyone can attend the session to see more discussion, right? How the training goes, how the training levels, right? Any other queries, anyone, right? So if there are no other queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. using the same link to see more discussion on it. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. Good time.